Hello and welcome back to the Rundown on Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. Now before we get into today's video, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell so you never miss a video of ours. And make sure you're following us on Twitter and on Instagram for all the latest news and stories as and when it comes through. So today we see the return of club football this weekend, and we are going to look at all the games happening as we have games here in England, France, Spain, Italy, the Netherlands, and finally the Frauen Bundesliga in Germany returns. So let's have a look at the games happening this week. And the big game in the WSL this weekend sees Tottenham take on Chelsea from 12:30. Chelsea obviously in second place, level on points with Manchester United who are at the top, but are behind them on 2 goal difference, with United having conceded fewer goals than Emma Hayes' side. Obviously this is the first set of games that the teams have played since the close of the transfer window, and obviously Chelsea didn't do much business, and the only player they did bring in, Heiko Matano, went out on loan. So for Chelsea, heading into this weekend's fixture, will obviously be the odds-on favourite in this, with them winning the earlier tie between the two sides 3-0 and have won their last 6 meetings between the two sides, so it definitely favours Emma Hayes' side in this one. Spurs, on the other hand, if we're looking at them, they need to be starting to find some form in the league. Sitting in 8th place at this minute with 9 points off their 10 games isn't enough for Riansk side, and things need to start looking up. Now obviously the main bit of talking point in this game is obviously that Beth England goes against her old side. Chelsea obviously sold her to Spurs earlier on in the January transfer window, and I think this could be a game where she can show her prowess and what Chelsea are missing, and hopefully fire Spurs into some sort of positive result. Now obviously I don't expect Spurs to win this one, but if they can get a draw, then that will massively help their season and potentially kickstart it and look forward rather than having to look behind them for the rest of this season. Chelsea, obviously they know they won't go top with victory unless Manchester United lose in their game against Everton, which takes place half an hour earlier. Manchester United host Everton from Lee Sports Village. United again concluded business by holding on to Alessia Russo, as you can see in our video on the channel earlier on this week, that they rejected 2 bids from Arsenal for her, so I still expect her to be a key focal point for United for the remainder of this season. Everton again not really doing much business, obviously losing Gio Queiroz, who was recalled by Arsenal, but I think Brian Sorensen's side looking really strong this season, and I don't think it will be an easy walk in the park as it was the last time out, where Manchester United won 3-0 in that case. We do have 2 games taking place tomorrow. We have Leicester City versus Manchester City at 11:30. Obviously Willie Kirk's side are starting to look somewhat on the up in 2023, getting some positive results here and there, but league form needs to start picking up soon. It's unlikely to pick up this weekend against Manchester City because of how free-flowing City have been in the league in recent weeks, and obviously Bunny Shaw continuing to be the top striker that she is, showing why she is a joint top goal scorer in the WSL. And obviously Manchester City winning their last 2 games between these two sides 4-0 definitely doesn't bolster any hopes for Leicester City. And then the other game taking place tomorrow afternoon is Aston Villa versus Brighton. Brighton obviously still getting used to Jens Schuer's style and tactics and all that, so it's going to be a proper cagey affair, I think. And obviously both sides made some good signings, strong signings in the January transfer window, so for me I think that's going to be a close game. And then the other 2 games we have Liverpool versus Reading and West Ham versus Arsenal rounds us off on Sunday evening at 6:45 GMT. So some fascinating games to look forward to this weekend in the Barclays WSL. So over in Spain we have obviously more games taking place, as there were some games midweek. Barcelona beating Valencia 4-0, Real Madrid beating Real Sociedad by 4-1, and Sevilla beating Sporting Huelva by 1-0. So the games taking place, majority take place on Saturday, with Alaves versus Levante, Alhama versus Levante Las Planas, and Athletic Club versus Granadilla Tenerife. And then the evening's game is Valencia versus Real Madrid. And then the rest of the fixtures take place on Sunday, with Barcelona facing Real Betis at home, hoping to make it 53 league games in a row unbeaten. Like I said, this weekend sees the return of the Frauen Bundesliga in Germany, and that gets underway tonight with SGS Essen taking on FC Cologne, and then one game on Saturday as Freiburg take on Wolfsburg, and the rest of the games on Sunday with Turbine Potsdam hosting Bayern Munich. Obviously, Turbine Potsdam have had a poor season so far and will be looking to turn fortunes around the second half of the season after only amassing 1 point from their opening 10 games. Over in Italy this week, and again we have a lot of the fixtures taking place on Saturday, with Juve versus AC Milan being a good game, and league leaders Roma taking on Como away from home, with Sampdoria playing Fiorentina and Pomigliano hosting Parma. So there are your Saturday fixtures in Italy, with the one game on Sunday between Inter Milan and Sassuolo. And then finally, over in the Netherlands, we have action from the Frauen Eredivisie tonight. We have Zwolle versus Excelsior, FC Twente, who are obviously league leaders, against Telstar, Heerenveen versus Fortuna Sittard, and VV Alkmaar versus Feyenoord. And then the game on Sunday sees Ajax taking on PSV, second versus fifth, and obviously Ajax will be hoping to maintain that gap close to FC Twente at the top of the league. So they are all the fixtures taking place across the European leagues this weekend. We'll be back on Monday to recap all the games and the talking points, and at some point next week we'll have more international team news being announced, because we will soon be heading into the first international break of the year, midway through February. So until then, like I said at the start, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on the post notification bell so you never miss a video of ours, and that you're following us on Twitter and on Instagram for all the latest news and stories as and when it happens. And until next time, we'll see you soon.